This is Gissens from TSR. I'm going to do just an impromptu, off-the-cuff tutorial here as far as using the filming tools in the game. Great little tool here to film with. First, what you're going to do, well, to begin with, actually where I am is we've picked a lot here in our Fratris. Some of you may not have known we got a great project going on for about a year now called Fratris. It's a whole world we've created, some of us featured artists and others, and I'm on one of these lots that Freddie's created, and the characters as well. We've got Obadiah Reed Warbler here and his best bud, Ezekiel is the sim, and his best bud dog Obadiah here. So we're going to use these guys as a test lot. First thing you're going to want to do before you start filming anything, a couple of things, is make sure your testing cheats enabled is on. So you're going to turn the cheat on. Testing cheats enabled, one word, true. Okay. Then you're going to go over to the mailbox. You're going to hit Control Shift simultaneously. Click on the mailbox. You'll see over here, make needs. I already have it on. It says make needs dynamic. You'll click it. It'll say make needs static. Basically, it'll make the needs so you'll never have to worry about the pesky needs while you film. You only have to make sure nobody has to pee or, get hungry or anything while you're filming. That's out of your hair. So you make sure that's on. The other thing you're going to want to do is get rid of these obnoxious diamonds while you're filming, because you just don't want those on. So you go hide headline effects on. Takes the diamond off. Okay, so now you're pretty much ready to go. And real simple, what you do is in film mode, to get in film mode, you just hit the tab button. Okay, gets rid of everything down on the bottom. This puts you in camera mode, alright, and then the functions to move the camera are basically are as follows. The Q key brings you down, moves the camera down. The E key moves the camera up. Okay. The W key moves the camera forward. Okay, the S key moves the camera back. The A key to the left. D key to the right. Okay, the Z key zooms in. The X key zooms out. Now, if you put Shift and D, it will tilt. Whichever, it's actually tilting to the right or left, and then the Shift A tilts it the opposite way. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is move your camera into position wherever you want to start a film. You're going to basically from here set it's basically start and stop position for the camera to go to and from. Okay, so I'm gonna say just zoom down in here or wherever. Zoom down in here. Now, to set my first point, You basically hit the control key and the number 5. It, while still in, you still have to keep it in the film mode, which is the tab key. To get out of that, you basically hit escape. You'll get everything here, okay? To go back into that, you'll hit tab. Stay in that. Now I just barfed up my setting I just tried to get to. I'll just get back down here. Alright. Anyways. Control key and the number 5 sets your first position. Okay, now move your camera again. So you want the camera to stop any given spot, wherever it is. Okay. Now control 6. Now to go return to your first position where you started, you just hit the number 5 key. It'll go back to where you set it. Your start position, your ending position, you hit just the number 6 alone key, and then it'll go to where you set it. Okay. Now, a very simple thing to film that. All you got to you'll hit number 5 to start position. You hit the film key, which is the V. You hit the V, number 6, and it'll film that for you. That's basically it. Now you can set multiple settings. You can also go to, you have up to 5 different settings. You can go elsewhere that you would like. You can hit control 5, control 6, control 7, control 8, and control 9. So you can have 5 different spots, or actually 4 theoretically. Here I'm going to hit 7, so I'll go to 5. I started out, I went 5 to to number 6, and then 7, so I can control all that, and then I can hit 2 more spots if I wanted, and just, and then you can get creative as you want, wherever you want to go. Now you're thinking at this point, what if that kind of flies there pretty quick. Okay, to deal with this, with controlling the speed of the camera, at what speed it moves from point A to point B, between 5 and 6, 6 and 7, so on. Where you need to make that setting is if you go to your in your documents in your computer, your C folder under programs, program files, x86. Then you go to Sims 3, non-packaged. Here, let me go there. I'm gonna have this because I'm. Computer, see, program files, Electronic Arts, actually, Sims 3, game data, shared, non-packaged, INI. You scroll all the way down to the bottom to video camera, and then you get the notepad. It opens a notepad file under video camera. You scroll all the way down to the bottom of that. You see the very bottom entry, miscellaneous alert duration, equal sign. It says 2 seconds. That's what you're going to change. It basically is 2 seconds between point A to point B. I slow that way down, and depending on what I'm doing, I give it various different speeds. in this case, when I'm outside, I kind of give it a medium speed. I'm going to set it at, say, let's just give it 20. So I highlight that 2.0 and I just hit 20. And then I go up to File. I hit Save, and then I just minimize it. I minimize the screen down on my tray because I'm going to call it up again probably at some point to change it, possibly. Alright, back in my program here, I'm going to go back into camera mode, hit 5. Alright, you can see already how much slower it is. Just getting back down to 5. So if I hit 5 and then I go to, if I hit 6, that second point I set, see how much slower it's going. Okay. And I can make it, you know, if you want it a little faster, say you set the thing at 15, set it at 10. If you want it slower yet, you set it at 25 or 30 or 40. I've set it at all different speeds. And again, mind you, I don't have the sim in play at this moment. I'm just doing this for demo purposes. But depending on what your sim is doing, what you're filming it doing, you're going to set it at any given speed. You may be filming like I do. You may not even have a sim in there, and you're just filming your lot. You're doing these pans and sweeps across the whole, a few different lots, and you may want to have it set at a much faster speed. And again, that's the adaptability of this. The only other thing I will say concerning, you know, the speed and actually the changing, I guess, the transitioning, if you're going to go from point A to point, you know, to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8, you'll notice, like right now, well, alright, let's do it, we'll get down to the first position. If I go to, alright, we're going to go to number 6. As it gets closer to that final spot where I stopped, you'll notice it just doesn't, it slows down as it gets to that point, okay? And that kind of gets, if you're trying to go from point A to point B to point C to point D, the filming gets jerky. So what I do in my setting of these points is I will actually I will overcompensate when I set these points, okay? For instance, let's set a new spot here. Let's just set this at 5, and you can reset these. If I want to make this my new starting spot, I just hit Control 5. That's my new 5 starting spot. Okay, and I want to go wherever. Okay, let's just go over to here. Okay, and let's make it a little, let's just to show you some interesting, you put a bit of a twist on it. You do this type of thing. Okay, you set point 6 or Control 6. That's your second spot. Let's change the duration a little faster to say 10. Nah, 12. For kicks. Save. Minimize. camera mode. So we'll go to 5. Go to 6. See how it's turning. Okay. Now I'm going to set a third spot. Let's just go out into the abyss here and turn it the other. Ooh. Turn it this way. Head back to 5. Our starting spot. Oh, actually, I should back up. For the sake of what I'm explaining here. Remember, I set 0.6 over here. And what I'm trying to explain here, remember, see how things at the end of 0.6 it slows down. So if I want my transition to start going out into the abyss at somewhere about here, I will actually overcompensate that setting, okay, and say go out this way a little bit, and then Control 6, I'll set 6 for there, okay. And this is where, you know, you have to play and get kind of good at it, where it can get to be, you know, all in the wrist type of thing, where I will start, I'll hit V, I'll hit the V button to start filming it, okay. Now I'll hit 6 and I'll start filming it, and before it runs out I'll hit set. Well, silly me, I forgot to hit 7. I hit Control 7 out into the abyss. Let me back up here and do that. Alright. Kind of anticlimactic, but we'll get there. Alright, Control 7. So, like I said, I'll hit the record button. I'll hit number 6. It'll start going out, and before it ends out, I'll hit 7, and you won't get that slowdown time. It'll start going out there, so it'll be kind of a smoother transition from 6 to 7 position. Is what I'm getting at there. So that's the basic. I would say that's basically it. There might be a few more tricks up in my shoebox. Maybe I'll share them in another one as I think of them, but that's it in a nutshell for now. So have fun filming. See ya.